Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to ROX Hi-Tech Limited Q3 FY24 results conference call hosted by Kirin Advisors Private Limited. As a reminder, all participant lines will be in the listen-only mode, and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during the conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star, then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Kaushal Shinde from Kirin Advisors Private Limited. Thank you, and over to you, sir.
Thank you. On behalf of Kirin Advisors, I welcome you all to ROX Hi-Tech Limited Q3 FY24 con call. From management side, we have Mr. Jim Rakesh, Managing Director, Ms. Sukanya Rakesh, Full-Time Director, Ms. Agna Daisy Edison, Leader Intelligent Enterprises, Ms. Tenmuzi, Company Secretary. Now I hand over the call to Ms. Agna. Over to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Kaushal. Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, and a heartfelt welcome to our first conference call, where we come together to talk about the financial performance of ROX Hi-Tech Limited for the third quarter of fiscal year 2024. It is truly an honor to speak with you, all of you. Before we dive into the details of Q3 FY24, let me give you a quick overview of our company and how we operate. ROX Hi-Tech Limited, headquartered in Chennai, stands as a beacon of customer centricity and unwavering commitment to excellence in IT solutions. With over 2 decades of industry experience, we have transformed from an IBM business partner into a prominent IT player. Specializing in system integration, ROX is dedicated to delivering a diverse array of IT solutions, demonstrating agility in adapting to industry changes and offering forward-thinking services to a broad clientele. ROX Hi-Tech Limited got listed on NSE Emerge platform in the month of November 2023. On the operational side, we have made good progress by strengthening our relationship with many clients. These initiatives brought into new clients, showing that we are committed to growing steadily. We are pleased to share that we have secured a substantial order valued at 40 crores in Q3 FY24, focusing on digital transformation. The associated deals are scheduled to unfold between January 2024 and June 2024. Furthermore, we're excited to announce a partnership with Blue Prism aimed at providing AI-powered intelligent automation solutions for SAP deployments, thereby expediting our clients' SAP S/4HANA transformation objectives. In addition to these accomplishments, we have clinched a significant digital transformation deal with public sector organization, showcasing our expertise in data and database migration. With these significant milestones and strategic initiatives, we are confidently entering a phase of substantial growth, setting the stage for further expansion in the future. Now, let me take you through the financial performance of the company during Q3 FY24. During the third quarter of current financial year, our company achieved a noteworthy total revenue of 37.76 crores. EBITDA stood at 7.73 crores, reflecting a strong EBITDA margin of 20.47%. The profit after tax reached 5.30 crores, with an impressive net margin of 14.04%. Earnings per share for the quarter was 2.32. For the cumulative 9 months of FY24, the company reported a total revenue of 115.11 crore, EBITDA for the period of 23.35 crore with a notable EBITDA margin of 20.29%. Profit after tax amounted to 15.8 crores, showcasing a PAT margin of 13.72% and an EPS of 6.92. We are proud of the strong growth we have seen so far and looking forward to an even better performance in the upcoming quarter. We're working hard to improve our financial results and are excited about the opportunities coming our way. The noteworthy performance is the reward to our hard work and our effective growth strategies, operational efficiency, and nonetheless lucrative market opportunity which we capitalized during the reported period. At this point, we'd like to assure you the future is lucrative and our company will do every effort to optimize profit from it. We're grateful to you for your faith in the company and being an integral part of the journey. With this brief, I would like to hand over the call to Mr. Jim Rakesh, Managing Director, and Mrs. Kanya Rakesh, the Whole-Time Director of ROX High-Tech Limited, for Q&A.
Thank you very much. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on the touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. We have our first question from the line of Ananya Swaminathan from C Square. Please go ahead.
Hi, thank you for the opportunity. I wanted to know what is your revenue breakup in hardware, software, and AMC?
Hi, good evening to all the shareholders. This is Jim Rakesh. See, how we work is 40-40-20. So that's the way it is. 40% it will be hardware, 40% will be software, and 20% will be the recurring services on it. Yeah.
Okay. And sir, how much of your top 10 clients contribute to the revenue?
So they are around, top 10 is around 45% of the overall revenue.
Okay. And what is the repeat business from clients?
So these are all long-term contracts. So I think, we have annually repeatable businesses. So they recur, minimum 3 years, maximum 5 years.
Okay. All right, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Deepak Poddar from Sapphire Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, I'm audible, sir.
Yes, Mr. Deepak.
Yes, you are.
Yeah, thank you very much first for this opportunity. So first of all, just wanted to understand in third quarter our revenue was 37.7 crores. So what was the like-to-like number? I mean, what is the growth we have seen in third quarter on a YOY basis?
See, YOY basis is around 2-digit percentage. But if you look at the overall IPO was in the second week of November, and December first week was only we concluded the overall IPO. So the plan was, you can see, year-on-year growth as around 10 to 15%.
10 to 15% is what growth you're talking about? I didn't get it.
Because if last year the annual revenue was 133 crores, but this year Q3 revenue is 117 crores. So that way, we have done easily around this 15% growth.
Okay, in 9 months. In 9 months, you are saying 9 months like to like it's 15% growth.
Correct.
And what is the growth in third quarter?
Third quarter. So Kanya, will you have the number?
Sure. Good evening. This is Sukanya. Thank you very much for the question.
Yeah,
we have improved our growth between July till December, and quarter on quarter we have shown about 7 to 8% increase.
7 to 8% increase. I mean, third quarter of FY24, 7 to 8% increase over third quarter of FY23, right? That's what you're trying to say? Okay, yes. Understood. And I mean, what is the reason of not having because we are standing in a big opportunity, right? This segment is seeing a lot of traction, but our growth seems to be on the lower side. So what can be the attributable reason for that?
Okay, I will take this. So you will see that, there was a couple of billings which got spilled over from December to January. So you will see that compensating in Q4.
Okay. Okay, understood. And for this entire year, what is the growth we are looking at for FY24 and maybe for next
We
year?
are around 15 plus percentage.
15% plus in FY. And what about FY25, 26?
Subsequently, we'll be in the similar lines,
15%.
or maybe even more. Once post-elections, I think, we should be able to easily around 15-20%. Yeah.
15-20% kind of a growth. And we were working on one of our product, medical automation. So what is the status on that particular?
So we are setting up the digital transformation center of excellence, which is in Chennai, which is bound to inaugurate by third week of March. Once that is done, already we have recruited various developers who are working on the blueprint. Once that is done, I think we will go into the testing phase.
Okay. And I mean, by when you expect that this can be ready for commercial launch?
See, commercial launch, I will not be able to comment on the Q3 financial results right now, but it should be all ready for beta release next financial year.
By second half, I mean, 2H FY25, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that, so when we are saying this 15-20% growth, have we factored in any kind of upside that we can get it from this particular segment?
No, that's not factored in. So that will be a separate revenue stream, which we will, come out to the, disclosure maybe in the next financial year, business plan meeting. Yeah.
Okay, understood. And at a steady state basis, what is the EBITDA margin at which we generally work with, or we are comfortable with in that range?
See, services is high, right? Because there are a lot of repeatable processes which we can deploy to customers. With turnkey projects also, we should be able to be around the same, consistently maintain till we see the market correcting and coming back. Then automatically the margins go up, grow in the northward.
So this 20-21% is what one may look to maintain, right?
Yes, that is going to be.
And ideally, medical automation would have better margins as compared to this?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. And just one last query from my side. This mix that you have mentioned about hardware, software, and recurring services, 40-40-20. So do you expect this to change, and how should it change in next 3 years?
See, once the demand is back, once I think the elections are over, I think India will start coming back to the growth phase again. Then it all, depends on a turnkey project. So if you look at averaging out in the, 3 to 5 years time, it will be a similar percentage. But there could be some quarters where, hardware could be more or software can be more based on the project implementation, scopes.
Okay. And how much percentage revenue we get from overseas?
Overseas, not yet, because we are just going to establish. We have just called out in the board meetings that we are establishing our subsidiaries in Europe and US. Once that happens, I think we can see that revenues coming in from H2 next year.
So we do have aspirations for overseas revenue.
Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. I think that's it from my side. All the very best.
Sure.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you, Vash.
Thank you. Before we take the next question, a reminder to all the participants that you may press star and 1 to ask a question. The next question is from the line of Yashwanti from Cogent Finvest. Please go ahead.
Thank you for the opportunity. I just wanted to understand if you can brief us about the market projects you have handled very recently or maybe in the life of the company. Am I audible?
But can you be a little louder, madam?
Little louder, please, because you're not audible to us.
Okay. I just wanted to understand the marquee projects handled by the company, how big projects the company has handled till date, and what is going forward, how big contracts the company can take.
See, the current, financial strength, I think we can easily execute orders around 50 crores as a single large deal for which we have the muscle power. Previously, we have handled up to 35 crores or up to those kind of range. Once potential grows and we are able to start bidding for larger, contract value, definitely we'll come back to the market for support, and so that we can have that muscle power built in, financial muscle power built in to execute those large deals.
Okay. So in your earnings release, you mentioned that you secure a deal from prominent public sector organization.
Correct.
Can you please brief us about it?
See, it's a digital transformation deal. I will not be able to call out the name of the public sector because the public sector is a part of a Navaratna company in India. It is up to their, enterprise, software services infrastructure, which they are going for an upgrade, and we are migrating the complete infrastructure from the old systems to the new latest digital systems. So they have awarded the contract to ROX, and this is a contract which will be executed in 3 quarters. And we are also seeing another refresh coming in the same, public sector company, which will be of an even larger scale once we effectively implement these solutions.
So you say that there is likely one more deal coming from one more public sector organization.
Correct.
Okay. And when we can...
Because this deal becomes a reference deal for us. Once a reference deal happens, then we can start, going into public sector very effectively.
Okay. So you said you cannot name the organization, but can you just brief us about the quantum of the order?
The quantum is around 5.5 crores, kind of an order. And this is a complete enterprise class, solution for running their core application data.
Okay. So considering our employee staff strength, how are we booked for the order book? Do we need to expand our employee strength from current, I believe, 100 of the size?
Madam, can you repeat it, please?
Yeah. I just wanted to know what is our bandwidth as considering our employee strength to take up the orders. Do we need to
currently
from the current level?
Currently, there are 125 people. We have already given offers to around 20 plus, students from the campus to join us in the month of June first week. Once that comes, I think we should have the manpower capacity to manage this growth.
Okay. Do we have something called like order book in our industry, or maybe the industry in which the company is?
Yes, we have an order book.
Can you know the quantum of it, until how much of FY25 we have booked for the same?
FY25 we have somewhere around 45 crores as of now.
25 crores.
Yeah.
Okay. So what is our working capital cycle?
It depends upon multiple, project structure. If it is a straight, solution, it is around 60 to 75 days. If it is a turnkey project, it's a 90 to 100 days kind of cycle.
Oh. So, and how much is our employee cost as a percentage to sales, and what is our attrition rate?
Attrition rate is around 1% because we are able to keep our employees. The board has also approved a ESOP option for employees so that we can retain them in the long term. So that work is also parallelly happening. We have promised ESOPs to keep stakeholders as a retention policy. Beyond which, the cost is somewhere around this year will be, with respect to the, overall revenue, will be around 6 to 8%.
6 to 8%. Okay. Thank you, sir. And I will come back in a few.
Sure, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Nikhil Singhania, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Good evening, team. Sir, what is the status of ongoing CapEx, and when will they start adding to our revenue?
Yeah. So we are stage-wise deploying the proceeds of the IPO based on the RHP promises. So the first tranche has gone in, and we are stage-wise doing it. We will start seeing the proceeds, giving return on investments from second half of 2025 onwards.
Okay, sir. And how much revenue we are targeting from the new setup?
That will be sustaining the future growth and also our global footprint. We have also put up a center of excellence for automation business based out of Noida, and that is also coming up. So this all will sustain and ensure that the business is able to meet the future aspirations for at least for next 3 to 5 years.
Okay, right, sir. And sir, one more question. Is there any acquisition plan we are looking into?
We are exploring few companies. I think there is an offer which has come from the US-based, medical, company. I think we are talking to them, and experts are working towards understanding the overall structuring. Once that comes, definitely we will announce to the shareholders and the markets. Yeah.
And sir, for that we will raise any debt, or we will meet that cost from our approval?
It is going to be a hybrid model, which will be debt equity plus also outside cash with us.
Okay. And sir, the last question, if you permit, can you guide me for our next quarter? How much value that we are looking forward?
See, I will not be able to call out the number now, but we are in course to meet the overall, targets what we have, called out before IPO. And yes, we should be able to see at least 50% of minimum growth year on year.
All right, sir. Thank you. Thank you for that.
Thank you. Welcome. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Mukesh Agarwal, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, Mr. Mukesh.
Hi, sir. Hi, sir. Good evening, and Mr. Mukesh, please.
Good evening, sir. I just wanted to understand the status of the automation, medical automation, one project we were doing to help the doctors and medical practitioners.
Correct. So I've already reiterated in the couple of questions before. I will try to read it again. See, the digital transformation center of excellence is getting ready in Chennai. We should be inaugurating in the third week of March. Once that is done, we have already recruited developers. We have collected the data. Our prototype is getting ready. Once that is done, the second half of 2025, we should be able to have our first release.
Second half of 2025. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Sure, sir. Thank you.
Thank you. A reminder to all the participants, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. The next question is from the line of Ankit Kumar, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir.
Good evening, Mr. Pankaj.
So, my question is, do you currently have any acquisition on your card?
We are, having conversations, exploring synergies in few areas in the overseas market. So experts are working on those, proposals. So once we see some light, we will definitely disclose to the shareholders.
Okay, sir. And what is the typical contract size on an average, and the average duration of a contract tenure?
The average size is around a crore or plus. Yeah, and minimum will be a crore, maximum will be beyond which. But tenure will be based on the complexity of the project. These are all multiple complexity projects. So some can have, few can happen in 60 days, few can happen in 6 months. So that's how it works. A few are runs to multiple years. So based on that.
Okay, sir. Yeah, thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Yashwanti from Cogent Invest. Please go ahead.
Thank you once again for the opportunity. So I wanted to understand what is the process of entering any new contract? How much time does it take to onboard any new client?
Ma'am, the process is the classic traditional, enterprise B2B sales process, where we have a set of relationship managers who engage with our current, customers, plus also their competitors, plus also the industry-specific customer base with the solutions. Then a typical time for a sales cycle to close is 90 days, because these are all enterprise class solutions. But public sector takes more time. Public sectors are 180 days. Corporates decide faster. And it's average between 60 days to 150 days is the contractual closure time.
Okay. So my next question is that what are steps we are taking to improve our profitability? Currently, at EBITDA margin of 20% we are operating. What is the outlook for Q4 and what do you see margins headed for in FY25?
Ma'am, this industry, we will try to, rather keep our expectations, realistic. Q4 we should be in similar lines, but 2025 we are yet to call out. I don't want to speak up at this moment. Definitely on the Q4 earnings and the annual, report when we are filing, we will take it up on 2025 now.
Okay. Well taken, sir. So can you please explain what are your future growth drivers?
The world is moving towards digital transformation. Everybody needs to upgrade their IT infrastructure. That is the need of the hour. We are seeing a humongous potential, first in the domestic markets, plus also in the few pockets in the global markets as well. So, with the world coming with new technologies, we should be able to do well.
Okay. So currently, how much export contributes to our revenue?
Currently, our business is India business. The reason why we went IPO was to raise capital and establish our overseas presence, which is on progress. We should see second half of 2025 onwards, contribution in the foreign currency revenues.
Okay. And then my last question is, what you would call as your competitive advantage, which will stand as an entry barrier for other competitors to enter in your domain?
Ma'am, we are the only company currently in the country who is very efficient in edge to AI entire stack implementation solution. Where if you look at that is where we are faster than the most of our competitors. We are efficient, and we have 23 years of experience in the market, because this company is 23 years old of experience and credibility in the marketplace with great experience, the team what we have, and we also have established our skill sets with great client base, and that's what keeps us as a edge over the competition.
So in that case, correct me if I'm understanding it wrong. Does it mean that we have developed some application which is very useful to a particular industry? Or my question would be, which industries we are serving with our
predominantly we are serving manufacturing, because that's where they see efficiencies through us. And beyond which, we also work in, varied industries, because application deployment and data center solutions are all, common in these areas.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much for patiently answering my question and wish you all the best.
Oh, thank you, ma'am. And thanks for all your support. Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Amit Bhatt from MIT Engineers. Please go ahead.
Sir, your one prominent anchor investor exited just after the cut-off time. Means after 1 month they can exit, and they exited the entire amount. So I think if somebody like this foreign anchor, if he's investing in the company, there should be a good communication, because if anchor investor, just exiting the stock after the 1 month's time, then it is worrying for the other non-institutional investor and the retail investor. Can you throw some light on that?
Sir, I don't have any idea about that. It is a news to me as well. Let me ask my company secretary to look into it and understand. And may know who are you referring in this?
I think you can find it out from your anchor book. One of the anchor whom you allotted most of the stock in the anchor book, more than the 50%, and that is a FII. I can't name the anchor, that you can find it out. And just after the 1 month cut-off time, they exited with the full, the free stocks available with them. So, when anchor is exiting within 1 month, it's a very bad management by the lead manager, and even company should know who is, your anchor investor and why he is dumping your stock. The entire stock he has dumped after 1 month. And because of that, price crashed from the, high to the 190 to the IPO listing price. So company must, your company secretary must, take cognizance of all these things. This is sending a very bad message to the non-institutional investor, and even the SEBI should look into this. These anchor investors, if anchor investor behaving like a retail investor and dumping the stock within that cut-off time, after 1 month they can, 50% of the anchor proportion they can sell. But they just waited for that, and they sold the entire stake. So you should, check the blog names. You should check, the shareholding pattern is with you. Everything is in the public domain. So my request to you, in the interest of the other shareholder, you should look into that and
definitely
start communicating with this, FI. Because the anchor investor nowadays, they are behaving like a trader, and that is not acceptable at all. We will definitely take this matter to the SEBI also. But before that, I just want you to understand that what your anchor investor and lead manager is doing. Thank you, sir.
Sure, sir. We will definitely. Thanks for the feedback. It is a news to us. I will ask my company secretary to have a look at it. I will definitely scrutinize the books today evening, and we will take appropriate, action on it, and we will come with a statement on that matter.
Yeah, sir. Because sir, again, I'm just repeating this thing. Sir, actually, the anchor investor is giving confidence to the others. An anchor investor normally having the privilege to talk to the lead manager and better understanding of the company. But, just after the
Hello?
Hello?
Mr. Amit? The line for Mr. Amit got dropped. I would like to take the next question. The next question is from the line of Khushbu Kaur, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hello?
Yes, Ms. Khushbu, please go ahead.
Yeah. So what is your customer retention rate and any new customer added in this year?
Yes, ma'am. We have already added, Q3 we added 3 customers.
Okay. And so we expect the collaboration with Blueprint to reflect in when we can, see the reflection in our revenue, and in which quarter?
Ma'am, the first POC is successful. We have already done the first, bot implementation in a marquee client in the country. We're expecting to automate around 12 processes for the customers. I think it will start reflecting from Q1 2025.
Okay, 2025. And any new CapEx that we are planning to add?
Madam?
Any new CapEx that we are planning?
Can you be a little louder, ma'am, please?
Hello? Any new capital expenditure that we are planning?
Of course, as per the RHP, we will be executing. In RHP, we have called out 4 pillars of action, and that is well called out, and that we need to execute, and that's where the CapEx will go.
Okay. Also, I need few more details about the pivot digital transformation deal that your company had, and that is with public sector. So could you just provide brief details about which is the public sector organization?
No, I'm not supposed to take the name of the public sector, but it is part of the Navratna companies of the central government. That much I can give you.
Okay. And also the last question is that we see a significant drop in our promoters' holding. Could you share why a sudden drop in the holding?
Come again, ma'am?
We saw a significant drop in the promoters' holding in the past quarters. So could you share why there's a sudden drop in the promoters' holding?
Promoters have not diluted any shares.
Okay.
Yes, we are holding 50%.
No, because we could see a drop in that, but if you're saying no, then it's okay. Yeah.
Promoters have not liquidated. We want to hold the business for long. It's our business and we want to keep it for long.
Okay, sorry to interrupt this line. Ma'am, this is Sainmuri, Company Secretary of ROX High-Tech Limited. There have been no promoters holding is reduced, ma'am. This as per the at the time of listing, what is there is same maintained here, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you for the clarification.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Neha Sharma from Suraj Enterprises. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, Ms. Neha Sharma.
Hello.
Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you for the opportunity. Hello. What?
Yes, ma'am. Please go ahead.
You're not even
What is the employee cost as a percentage to sales?
Madam?
What is the employee cost as a percentage to sales?
Oh, that's around, I already told you, ma'am, it's around 6 to 8% overall.
Okay. And any plans to repay debt from IPO funding?
Madam, can you please rephrase your question?
Any plans to repay debt from IPO funding?
No, we are not, because we were already in, we were not into, big debts before. We only had a major, I would say, instruments like LCBG, that is non-cash based instruments. So, we are deploying our IPO funds predominantly for growth.
Okay. And another question is, please brief us about a few MedQ projects handled by the company.
Madam?
Please brief us about a few MedQ projects handled by the company.
See, I will not be able to take the names, but I could see these are all projects which are confidential because we have signed an NDA with our customer, non-disclosure agreement. So maybe when when we can, in a private conversation, maybe we can have, but not in this forum.
Okay. No issues, sir. No issues. Fine. Thank you, sir.
Welcome. Thanks for your support.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Ritika Jain, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you, sir, for the opportunity. So, sir, can you tell us about what are the entry barriers to the business?
Ma'am, can you be louder, please?
Yeah, sir, can you tell us about the entry barriers to the business?
I'm not able to understand. Entry barriers to the business.
Yeah, I mean competitors.
I'm not able to understand your question. Can you please rephrase this, please?
As there is no response from the participant.
Can we go to the next questions, please?
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, you may press star and 1 to ask a question. As there are no further questions from the participants, I now hand the conference over to Mr. Kaushal Shinde. Over to you, sir.
Thank you everyone for joining us for the con call of ROX High-Tech Limited Q3 FY24 con call. If you have any queries, you can write us at info@kirinadvisors.com. Thank you everyone for joining the con call.
Oh, thank you very much. Thanks, Kirin. Thanks for the great work.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
On behalf of Kirin Advisors Private Limited, that concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your lines.